Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And good morning. It's a short week. This is Happy Independence Eve. I figure other holidays have eves. Why doesn't Independence Day have an eve?
Yeah, I agree. It should. It needs to, because the celebrations will undoubtedly start tonight.
That's true. I could already hear fireworks outside. All right, let's get started with some news, and then we'll tell you where all the fireworks are happening so that you can enjoy them tomorrow night. An attempted ATM theft in Hickory County was thwarted by police. Now, 2 people are in police custody. Deputies spotted people in a van trying to break into an ATM in Hermitage. The van took off. Deputies followed and went into Camden and Dallas County, chasing this van before it was finally stopped by spike strips in Dallas County. The 2 people in the van were taken to the Hickory County Jail. No word at this point on whether these people may be responsible for a rash of ATM thefts that we've been telling you about in recent months. But here's what we do know. It's the first time that arrests were made following an ATM theft. So
my prediction is they are the people and they messed up. Busted. That's my guess. Because it's not many people who would attempt to break into an ATM. And
no, that's true.
Which is like off the beaten path. And that was their MO, was going to the smaller towns around the Ozarks that are spread out a lot, where deputies have lots of geographical miles to cover.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's likely that they are related, but we this has been in the news so many times and nobody's been caught that maybe somebody is saying, hey, man, that's a good way to get some cash. So
I know that you talked about it, but
why don't we go do that?
I talked him down, guys. Don't worry. But Ethan was like, wait a second. If they can't catch those guys.
Well, they caught them.
They did. I know, but they messed up. So I think that's awesome. Yay. Go Hickory County.
Police are on the lookout for people who dined and dashed on a boat on Lake of the Ozarks and in the process knocked a waitress into the lake.
That is not funny at all, except for it is a little bit.
Well, it happened at Fishing Company restaurant in Camdenton when the waitress tried to stop a group of about 6 people from leaving on a pontoon boat without paying. As they left, she was trying to stop them and say, you got to pay, and they pulled her into the water. Sarah thinks this is funny. I don't. For the record.
I mean, what's funny is, like, could you imagine this waitress going home and she walks in and everybody's like, what happened? And she's like, work was rough today.
Right.
And
she's soaking wet.
I mean, it's not funny because it's theft.
Yeah, well, I feel for her.
Criminal is not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Well,
because she wasn't hurt. She wasn't hurt. It would not be funny at all if she were actually hurt. But except she wasn't
hurt. She wasn't hurt. So therefore, Sarah can laugh, I suppose.
All I'm saying.
But I feel for the waitress. It was no doubt embarrassing, and she could have been hurt. So
yeah, she probably threw something at him. I'd throw something at him. Branson is getting more than $6 million from the state to make improvements to the West. I don't know. Are you for real? Sorry, to the West 76 Entertainment District. So, 76, the Strip. It's going to get a lot of improvements. That is the area along 76 between the Shepherd of the Hills Expressway and the Branson Ferris wheel. The allotted $6.2 million will help pay for pedestrian safety improvements, putting utilities underground, and making some aesthetic upgrades.
All right, good for Branson.
Exciting. Yeah.
Fellows Lake now has some floating wetland islands on it. You may notice 64 of them. In fact, you're like a child. Are you still laughing?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Sorry, go ahead.
This is, I apologize. Good people.
I can just I was a waitress for 4 years, just so you know. And I had people who dined and dashed, and they're big jerks, but they weren't on a boat in my case. They were at Chili's.
All right.
And I wonder how old she is. Like, is she young? Can you imagine?
She's probably
her parents
a listener to the podcast.
What happened? I know. I'm sorry.
Odds are she's listening right now, or somebody's going to forward this to her.
Go ahead. Back to Fellows Lake.
Anyway, Fellows Lake has some floating wetland islands, 64 of them, in fact, in one cove. They were just put in place this week to provide habitat to birds and other wildlife. But bigger than that, they are supposed to help filter contaminants and sediment out of stormwater that flows into the lake. So they got a job to do. Fellows Lake provides the bulk of Springfield's drinking water, as you probably know. There are similar man-made floating wetlands at Doling and Sequiota parks in Springfield, and more are planned for other places.
I've seen the ones at Sequiota. I didn't notice the one at Fellows, but I guess I by no means saw all the lake, but that's where we swam 2 weekends ago for the triathlon. That was at Fellows. So, and it was a lovely swim, I might add.
They were put in this week, so that explains that.
Yeah. All right. A lot more families are soon to get help from the Ozarks Area Community Action Corporation, better known as OCAC. Used to, families could only make up to $31,000 a year to qualify for assistance, but now families can make up to $49,000 a year and get that help. Now, this includes life skills training, really any emergency assistance, food, whatever you may need. They do utility assistance. OCAC says it will better help families maintain their journey towards self-sufficiency, because as you know, there is a point in your income where perhaps you're making more than you used to, but you still can't make ends meet. So this is going to help more people be able to do that. The program is funded.
Especially with inflation being the way that it is. I mean, they probably got a raise. Maybe that put them out of the old category, but they're still struggling with the same, paying for a lot more for food and gas and everything else.
Yeah. The program, by the way, is funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Okay.
And they do good work. 25 local organizations are also getting a financial boost from the Springfield Regional Arts Council. The grant money was made possible with an increase in monies from the city's hotel motel tax. $215,000 will go to the different Springfield nonprofits to help each of them improve uniquely on their offerings. Places like the Park Board, the Moxie Cinema, the Springfield Art Museum, just to name a few. Long list.
Okay. All right. Registration now open for deer hunting, some deer hunting. The Department of Conservation offers more than 100 these are managed deer hunts for archery, muzzle loading, shotgun, and modern firearms from mid-September through mid-January. 2024 deer hunt reservations can be submitted through the 31st of this month.
Okay. Got till the end of the month. Get on it. All right. Here is this next story out of Nixa, and I'm going to steal their analogy because I like it. An honor that Nixa just received is likened to winning the Super Bowl. But this is in the choral world. The Nixa Chamber Singers were selected to perform at the National American Choral Directors Association conference, which happens in Dallas. They say it's a very prestigious thing to get this honor. It means that you must be really good. Nixa Schools calls it the greatest achievement a choir program in this country can achieve.
Wow. Well done.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
I'm glad they explain it to us because we would say, oh, that's neat. But to put it in perspective for people who are not in the chorus, it makes it even better. Now we understand.
Hire that guy. He should be a PR guy.
He is.
Who wrote that? Zach Rance? Was that? It was probably Zach. Good job, Zach. Because we've never heard of it, and that's really awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget that tomorrow is the holiday. First of all, tonight, if you want to watch fireworks tonight instead of waiting, the Branson Landing is having the Liberty Light Up down there at 9:30. But there's all kinds of festivities before that. Live music. Head down to the Branson Landing. And then tomorrow for the 4th of July, there is a parade in Midtown. That's at 10 a.m. here in Springfield. Starts at Benton Avenue and Central Street. Take the kids. Maybe they're too young to want to stay up late. Well, how about the parade? Also, Marshfield has an Independence Day parade tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the Marshfield Square. Sparta has evening, afternoon, and evening full of festivities for the 4th of July. It's on Sparta's Main Street from 3 to 6 p.m. Also, Bruco in Springfield, they are having an event tomorrow at 1 p.m. It is a beer brought eating contest and much more. So that's at Bruco. Let's see. There's so many. How about this one? Lady Liberty Independence Day Fireworks Cruise. This one is at Long Creek Marina at Big Cedar. That sounds fun. Big Cedar Lodge is always a good time. That is from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. on the water. So I
That
could
one
go
has a
on and
cost.
on.
That one has a
This
substantial cost. The other ones, most of
substantial.
the other ones are free.
Ooh, yeah. Tickets are $200 per adult
Yeah.
and $100 per child.
Yeah, there's fireworks at Hammond's Field all weekend long. That's exciting, which is always a great place to see fireworks after the game. Lots of
Yes.
stuff going on.
So this, guys, if you guys can see at home, this is how many fireworks events there are. This is how many. Like we have like 3 printed on a page and there's a million pages. So check it out online. Go to aroundtheozarks.com. We have an events calendar where people can add their event and there are lots of them to be had. So check it out. Anything else, sir?
Have yourself a wonderful holiday. God bless this country and the independence that we have here and the freedom that we have. Appreciate you all watching and listening. We're going to be off the next couple of days, so we'll be off for the holiday and then the day after because it's Friday, and what really happens on a Friday anyway, especially after a holiday.
As soon as
Not
he
much.
says that,
Not much.
All right, we will see you back here tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you have a really, really good day.
We will not see them back here tomorrow.
I said Monday morning. I said tomorrow. I said
said
Monday morning.
You said tomorrow morning, but we'll see them Monday morning. Monday.
Monday.
See ya.
Habit, creature of habit. Watch out.